Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel, the Glammed Rebel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas Forrester means business. For years, the bold and the beautiful has leaned on the Forrester family to deliver the kind of conflict, passion, and loyalty that keeps daytime audiences glued to their screens. Among those legacy characters, Thomas Forrester has always been one of the most divisive. His return is never casual. It's an event that tends to shift the entire canvas of storylines. Spoilers now confirm that Matthew Atkinson is resuming his role as Thomas, and his return is expected to further complicate Ridge's already complex love life. Thomas Forrester returns. Fans have been buzzing for months about when and how Thomas would resurface in Los Angeles. After a period away, his timing is almost suspiciously perfect. B&bspoilers confirm that his return coincides with Ridge and Taylor's on-again, off-again wedding saga. Unlike many expected, Thomas doesn't show up to chase Hope Logan, his former obsession. Instead, his mission is laser-focused. His mother Taylor Hayes and father Ridge Forrester must stay together, and Thomas intends to see it through. In fact, Thomas's target isn't Hope at all, but Hope's mother, Brooke Logan. That's right, he goes straight to the one woman who has been the greatest obstacle in his parents' relationship for decades. And he doesn't hold back. Next week's preview even shows Thomas warning Brooke, "My dad's marrying my mom. Don't do anything to come between them ever again." Why is Thomas really back? The timing isn't accidental. The Naples trip that Ridge and Brooke just shared has sparked fresh fears among the Forrester children. Steffi Forrester, Taylor's daughter, has long been campaigning for a Tridge reunion. But after the emotional fallout from the shooting, Steffi temporarily left town to clear her head. This leaves Thomas as the de facto guardian of Taylor's happiness. Thomas knows his father's weaknesses all too well. Ridge's lifelong struggle between Brooke and Taylor is practically soap opera legend. Fans have been hinting for weeks that Ridge might hesitate before marrying Taylor, and they know exactly what that hesitation means: Brooke Logan. For Thomas, the thread is clear. If he doesn't intervene, Brooke will once again end up the wedge that splits his parents apart. Thomas versus Brooke, round infinity. Longtime viewers are familiar with Thomas's volatile nature, especially when it comes to his family. His threat to Brooke shouldn't be dismissed as idle talk. His past schemes, manipulations, and obsession with control depict a man determined to achieve his goals. Thomas's warning is chilling for Brooke, who knows that her daughter's ex is more than capable of going off the rails. He's not asking her to step aside, he's demanding it. That raises a bigger question. How far will Thomas go this time? Is he merely posturing to scare Brooke? Or is he prepared to use darker methods to secure his parents' wedding? Fans know better than to take Thomas's words lightly. Adding context, Thomas's tumultuous past. Thomas's return is compelling not just for what's happening now, but for the baggage he brings with him. This is the same man who once manipulated Hope with fake child drawings, gaslit people into believing lies, and hid life-altering secrets about Beth's existence. His obsession with Hope nearly destroyed him and created deep rifts in his family. Every time he's redeemed, he finds himself tumbling back into behavior that undermines that progress. Still, Thomas isn't purely villainous. He genuinely loves his mother, Taylor, and he craves family stability, even if he goes about it in destructive ways. His alliance with Steffi in pushing for their parents' reunion isn't entirely selfish. It's a reflection of the Forrester siblings' lifelong desire to see their family unit whole. The Brooke factor. Naturally, any strategy aimed at preserving Ridge and Taylor's bond will inevitably collide with Brooke Logan. Catherine Kelly Lang's character has defined Ridge's romantic life for decades, often winning out in the end despite countless betrayals, scandals, and other women. Her chemistry with Ridge is undeniable, and Ridge himself has admitted repeatedly that Brooke is his destiny. That makes Thomas's mission borderline impossible. History is on Brooke's side, not Taylor's. Even when Taylor is the better match in theory, Stable, supportive, less volatile, Ridge inevitably gravitates back to Brooke. This cyclical love triangle has carried B&B storylines for years, and Thomas's return only intensifies the dynamic. The bigger picture at Forrester Creations. Thomas's return doesn't just affect Ridge and Taylor's wedding drama. It also reshapes the power balance at Forrester Creations. When he focuses on his design talent, it has been one of the company's strongest assets. But his personal baggage often bleeds into his professional life. If he's back in town and stirring up trouble, how long before his work becomes collateral damage? Brooke and Hope, both heavily involved in the fashion line, may find themselves butting heads with Thomas, not only at home, but also at the office. Speculation, where this is going. Rumors already indicate that Ridge may hesitate to marry Taylor. Thomas's pressure campaign against Brooke may buy his mother some time, but it's unlikely to secure her future with Ridge. In fact, Thomas's meddling could backfire spectacularly. Brooke has survived threats, betrayals, and schemes before. If Thomas oversteps, he could push Ridge right back into Brooke's arms out of sheer defiance. Fan reactions and expectations. Viewers are divided as always. Some fans applaud Thomas's return, praising Atkinson's skill in portraying both menace and vulnerability. Others scoff, fearing the writers are preparing him for yet another cycle of obsession, lies, and manipulation. After all, how many times can Thomas swear he's changed, only to revert back to his old tricks? What fans do agree on is this: Thomas Forrester is never boring. His presence guarantees conflict, and disagreement is the lifeblood of soaps. Expanded narrative analysis, 200+ words. The above recap hits the essential spoilers, but to truly capture the scope of Thomas's return, it's necessary to dive into history, character motivations, family dynamics, and long-term consequences. The following sections expand the storyline into a broader analysis, weaving past, present, and potential future together in a way that reflects the depth of the soap's narrative tradition. 1. Thomas Forrester, a legacy child defined by conflict. Thomas isn't just another character on The Bold and the Beautiful. He's the product of two legacy figures, Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes. From birth, his existence has been tied to the larger Brooke-Taylor rivalry. The ongoing war between his parents' two great loves shapes his very identity. Growing up in that environment left him fiercely protective of his mother and resentful of Brooke, who always seemed to hold the upper hand in Ridge's heart. That backstory explains why his return is never neutral. When Thomas comes home, it's not to enjoy coffee with his family. It's to settle scores, push agendas, and ensure that his mother receives what she deserves. 2. Steffi's absence and Thomas's substitution. Even though Steffi's departure is temporary, it creates a void in Taylor's support system. Normally, Steffi is the loudest advocate for her parents' reunion, lobbying Ridge with emotional appeals and orchestrating family gatherings to remind him of what he's missing. Without her, Taylor is vulnerable. Thomas stepping into that role feels almost inevitable. He's not as diplomatic as Steffi, though his methods are confrontational, bordering on threatening, as his exchange with Brooke demonstrates. 3. The Naples trip fallout. Ridge and Brooke's recent trip to Naples is the catalyst for Thomas's return. For fans, it was a classic soap setup, a romantic location, old feelings resurfacing, and a reminder that Ridge's bond with Brooke is impossible to erase. Word of this trip makes its way back to Thomas, sparking his immediate concern that his father will once again abandon Taylor at the altar. His protective instincts kick in, and he decides action is necessary. This detail highlights Thomas's ongoing distrust of Ridge. Despite loving his father, Thomas knows Ridge's weakness. He can't stay away from Brooke. That knowledge fuels his mission, even if it leads him down a dark path. 4. Brooke Logan, eternal rival. Brooke's resilience is legendary. No matter how many times she loses Ridge, she always finds her way back. Thomas's attempt to scare her off is bold, but likely futile. Brooke thrives on rivalry, and she survived far worse than her ex-stepson's intimidation. If anything, his threat may only galvanize her resolve to win Ridge back. For viewers, this confrontation promises delicious drama. Watching Brooke face down Thomas's intensity offers a clash of generations and a collision of strategies. Her seductive pull versus his aggressive intimidation. 5. Thomas's redemption arc, on hold yet again? Every time Thomas leaves town, it's with the faint hope that he's working on himself, that he'll come back reformed. Each return shatters that hope. His obsession with hope, his lies about Beth, and his manipulations of his family, all of it lingers in the audience's memory. His latest threat to Brooke feels like déjà vu, another step backward in a redemption arc that never quite sticks. But that's part of his narrative appeal. He embodies the tension between wanting to be better and succumbing to old impulses. That duality keeps him unpredictable, and unpredictability fuels good soap. 6. Professional consequences at Forrester Creations. Outside of family drama, Thomas's return will likely spill into the business world. Brooke and Hope have been thriving professionally, with hope for the future continuing to shine. Thomas's presence could destabilize that success. Will he demand a bigger role in the fashion line? Will his personal vendetta against Brooke compromise the work environment? Although spoilers haven't revealed those details yet, it seems like a logical next step. 7. The ripple effect across families. One of the fascinating aspects of Thomas's return is how it reverberates beyond Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke. Hope will be drawn back into conflict, forced to watch her ex and her mother square off. Liam may insert himself, protective of Hope and suspicious of Thomas's intentions. Even Eric and Donna may find themselves offering opinions, since the Forrester family always weighs in on each other's choices. 8. Will Ridge ever change? At the heart of all this is Ridge Forrester, the man perpetually torn between two women. Fans have joked for years that he should be cloned. One copy for Brooke and one for Taylor. His indecision has defined the show's central romance for decades, and Thomas's efforts may ultimately prove irrelevant. No matter what anyone does, Ridge's inability to commit fully is the true obstacle. 9. Looking ahead. Spoilers hint at the impending storm. Whether Thomas succeeds in scaring Brooke off or not, his return ensures chaos. If Ridge hesitates at the wedding, Thomas may escalate. If Brooke refuses to back down, Thomas may discover himself spiraling into obsession again. Either way, his presence ensures the storyline won't resolve quietly. Conclusion. Thomas Forrester's return is both predictable and thrilling. His loyalty to Taylor and his hatred of Brooke have long defined him, making his return both predictable and thrilling. The intensity brought by Matthew Atkinson infuses every scene with a sense of danger. The Naples trip, the looming wedding, and the constant pull of destiny between Ridge and Brooke provide fertile ground for explosive drama. Whether Thomas helps or hurts his mother's chances remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: he means business, and Los Angeles won't be the same. You are welcome to share any video requests in the comments. I will make a video about it. Stay connected with the Glammed Rebel for all the latest updates, spoilers, and deep dive recaps. See you in the next video. Stay safe and healthy. May God keep you safe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button for daily updates.